And fall in, my fellow scouts, to a great 4v4 Napoleon Total War 3 battle replay today on Spain 3 map. Today's replay comes from Simwish69, so thank you very much, Sam, for the replay. I believe he's commanding Austria here before us. His allies today are Jack of the Shadows, Cocky Cossack, and Dix Flock 4. Their opponents today are Benoit. We have Sicur Fara, Kissing, and Rossiya. I think that's 4012. Okie dokie. So if you guys enjoyed Napoleon Total War 3, you want to see your own replay featured here on this channel, you can send them to my email at scoutsoфentertainment@gmail.com. You can also send them directly to me on the Discord via my Discord ID, direct message. You can join my Discord server, Scouts Reconnaissance, where you can post all manner of total replays into the Battle Replay sub-channel you will find there, or you can tag me in any Napoleon Total War 3 replay you post on the Napoleon Total War 3 Discord as well. There are various funding options available if you'd like to support my work. It really helps out the channel and the Discord. But if you want to also help out with the YouTube algorithm, don't forget to leave a like on this video, subscribe of course if you haven't already, tick the bell for notifications so you never miss a fight, and leave your own thoughts about this battle in the comment section below. With that, let's go through the red team's factions here today. So, we have Austria, as I said, 1809. His first ally is United Kingdom Peninsular. We've got some Braunschweig over here. And the final ally today looks to be Russia, 1812. We got here the first of their opponents, France, 1798 Orient. That could be the same faction actually. Behind here we have, France, 1796 Italy. We've also got Denmark, and we have France, 1807 Espange. Okay, those are the players, those are the factions, those are the teams. So, on the map today we have 2 4-pointers and 3 1-pointers for a glorious 11 points we are competing for today. Now, the map for the most part is relatively flat. There aren't too many obstacles, there are a few trees here and there, but it's easy to stay clear of the forests, so cave engagements are pretty simple. It's not too hard to navigate. We are a ways off from engaging though. The red team has secured their 4-pointer and 1 1-pointer. And potentially the 1-pointer in the middle, giving them a slight lead at the very start of this match today. So we should see this area is the first hotly contested area in the game. We might see them go for the other team's 4-pointer. We'll wait and see. But for now guys, we will do a small cut and come back soon. Alright guys, we've got our first engagement here. We got gunners on horseback. This is one of the features I've noticed here for the Orient. Well, the only faction that can have guns on cavalry. Missile cav. No, just sort of tasting off a Braunschweig scout. Players are getting closer to one another. We've got Francie coming over the hills, coming over the road. As you can see here, the red team's lined up their cav. Mainly supported by all Russian infantry at the moment. We've gone to great lengths here to protect their 4-pointer. We've got our other cav engagement over here now. Russia has gone behind enemy lines and attacked France. You have the Kazai-Don. Okay, they broke. The Hussars are going to hold. Jeez, this was 62 cavalry. Mind you, it was very light tier cav. It almost put France on the back foot and almost broke them, but it just wasn't enough. They didn't get the desired charge they needed to smash these guys. Unlucky there to them. If I didn't say earlier guys, I am Micka of Scouts of Entertainment here. Glad to have you on the channel as well. Now, I thought that was artillery. We've got some ponies here. Bring out the artillery nice and fast. That's what you want. Now, I made this mistake before. Not saying he's going to make the mistake here today, but if you want to get your artillery firing when you deploy, you got to delumber, click off autofire, turn off autofire, allow the cannons to get themselves into position, and then you click your target that you want to hit in that order. If you try to do anything else but that, especially with a 12-pounder in my case, the crew will literally just sit there in line with their cannons and not do anything, even if the enemy charges towards them and kills them, as I painfully found out once. Yeah, that's the glitch there with the artillery you gotta work through. When you're playing a game with your teammates, if you're having trouble with your artillery, just ask them. Usually you are playing with a veteran who can help you. Looks like Russia's gone out of his way here to knock out the French artillery. And it looks like he went in unopposed. He knocked out half the crew. It was enough. They are running. But they might come back. We have seen artillery crews reform that we thought were gone forever. So we shouldn't write them off just yet. But that's a big win there for the red team. And very unfortunate for the blue team. A 4 set of 6-pounders. Oh, they're back already. Jeez, that didn't take too long, did it? These guys here need to get a little bit closer to the artillery crew when they form square next. Yeah, that shot there that was so close to the crew was actually from their own artillery. Okay, so Braunschweig is in charge of the left flank, that is clear. Russia's in charge of the right flank for sure. And we got Austria and England in charge of holding the centre together. Now, what's a bit unfortunate and a bit difficult here for the blue team is that this river does make their attack a bit more difficult. They have to bring their entire force across this way to enable them to be more spread out to engage the enemy, to have as many rifles as possible pointed towards the red team along the road there. This is the area to fight. Hopefully blue team doesn't try to concentrate their attack around here, because they're kind of limited in terms of where they can spread out their troops. Like, we got 4 units here. And I get why he's doing that. He sees the bridge as a good natural defense against enemy artillery. But, you know, we've seen that artillery fire straight for an hour. So, you know, if he's hoping to avoid that artillery forever, he's sadly mistaken until it runs out of ammunition. Blue team just needs to spread out themselves out along this massive plain. Get the cavalry too spread out. And get ready to attack. Now, with England and Austria arriving to the front, obviously the blue team's armies can't be too far behind. We see Denmark here just appear with an artillery piece. I can't tell whether or not they've deployed yet. Yep, they've just deployed. Looks to be going after the Braunschweig artillery. I think we call that a section. A 2 artillery piece. Oh, a 2 artillery section. Whoops. A piece is just 1 artillery by itself. Now, no one's firing yet. That's just France literally marching away. But it looks like they were hit by something. It looks like even their own artillery, I think, maybe killed them. Judging from where these troops died in the impact point, it's entirely possible France killed their own troops by mistake. Happens more often than you think. Friendly fire can be a very common occurrence. Yeah, we've got a 12-pounder here from Russia. At a nice angle here. Let's be aiming for the left flank. We won't zoom in just yet. We'll wait till they're ready to fire, then we'll zoom in. Try and spot the fall there of the rounds. Okay, here we go. Too wide. Or too... oh, actually, no, hang on. Yeah, too high. I thought there was a unit there behind there. That crew should have the area down pat. Okay, we've got United Kingdom skirmishers, 95th Rifles. One of Roth and Harris is in this unit, or these units. He wears a green jacket. Oh, that's a long shot. These guys could fire for about half an hour. It may only kill 5 troops. If that. I know 2 are dead, but that could easily be because of friendly artillery as well. Okay, this area's being targeted. This little ridge here, acting as a nice defense against enemy artillery. Just seems to sort of hit it. Either goes into the hill there or bounces over the friendly's heads. And Braunschweig keeping a unit over there. As a sacrificial, maybe sort of scouting unit. Early warning system. Up against some Regiment de Dromedas, the deadly camels. Okay, these guys here, taking 5 casualties. Obviously don't have great morale. They're already pretty shaken. Denmark lost 1 member of their crew. And it looks like the artillery destroyed 1 cannon while it was lumbered up. Okay, Braunschweig has got some Jaegers here. A little bit closer than English's Jaegers, the 95th Rifles. He's trying to snipe out somebody in particular. Just be enemy infantry. Well, Lead to artillery are getting a few kills here and there. See, France has evolved to get their own skirmishes. It looks like they might be thinking about engaging their enemy skirmishes. Let's hope they do something soon. Okay, France has some skirmishes firing now, which is good. These Orient fellas are usually known for their long range. Gusari Sony. We have... okay, 4 out of 5 units that can form a square. That's another thing. When I played on the last week, my teammates encouraged you to bring units, lots of units here that could form a square. That feature's kind of vital, especially if your enemy cavalry outnumbers your army. Okay. Artillery crew knocked a few guys there. Lucky hits. See, most of the time it is just luck that you can score a decent hit. Artillery really has a mind of its own. Now this is interesting. He's lumbering up. France is seeking protection here from the hill, trying to move it down the ridge here. Trying to use the hill as cover to move their forces up around, maybe get to the flank of the artillery, try and take it out of the equation without taking it out. And so he's lumbering up to move his artillery to a better position where France will be now exposed to him again. You can see Austrian reinforcements coming around the rear there. They're trying to help out Russia. I'm not sure Russia really needs help. He's got some elite cuirassiers here. Austria has their own cuirassier or cuirassier. Okay, Braunschweig charged forth, but where did he go? Oh, he charged into enemy skirmishes, okay. Another unit. Yeah, will he lose this unit? Nope, they're going to get away. They've lost 20 horses. And these guys here form square, okay. He's got to be careful. Oh, it broke anyway. High chance of reforming there. Now Russia's got the high ground, but His forces, yeah, forces are positioned well. I was sort of afraid for the Russians at first, where the ground sort of curves up. It can really interfere with their line of fire. Well, we hear the screams of the Russians. I'm not seeing any French fall. It could be that Russia's on the march. Yep. Now, this is a bit strange. And I say strange because he hasn't really moved his artillery into a better position. In fact, it looks like it's even in a worse position than before. You can only really hit a few troops, which is obviously the enemy skirmishers, 3 infantry units, and maybe some cavalry, and that's a big if, or a big maybe. Now this cannon here has a good shot into the army down below, but these two do not. They're out of the equation entirely. Russia here should be lumbering his artillery crews up, putting them here, getting ready to fight straight in the army, and get a fast-hitting cav unit to knock out these 2 skirmishers here. There are enemy cav, but if they've got something hard, got something really fast like C9 cavalry. Just checking what Russia has. Yeah, the Ulari and these 2 units here, C7, they're pretty fast. Those guys could charge forth, take out these skirmishers and pull back before enemy cavalry arrives. Oh, that's cool. Oh, they're coming for him. So look. Now reinforcements are coming in from Austria. France is on their last legs. Okay. We've got 1 unit here still alive. The artillery crew was just pulled back. They're alright for now. Yeah, it's tempting, but Austria should not charge forth. He's going to get caught in a death trap. Enemy infantry can easily charge in from the flanks, and they've got right in France has plenty of cavalry standing by. Although these 4 units here are highly vulnerable to a cav charge, they cannot form square. So if Russia and Austria were to attack with a lot of cavalry, with not all their cavalry, and try and take out French cavalry at the same time, this would be the point of the line if they wanted to strike. It's the most vulnerable point. There are no nearby units that can form square, they can hit them. But they also got to make sure when they commit their forces they can overwhelm the French cavalry. If they've got enough in the tank, they can break them. And we've got France making Russians' life a little bit easier here. They're coming over the crest of that hill, making it easier for these 4 units here to fire on them. It's still not great though. Russia's in a horrible position. These 3 units, you know, can't miss. Enemies right in front of them. I saw 4 or 5 go down there in that volley. Let's take a quick look here at the battlefield. Okay, France trying to use their numbers and this windmill here, separating the Russian forces.
Sir! Sir! Our general is under attack!
He's only got one unit here behind all the windmills. Now Russia outnumbers France on their left flank. France outnumbers Russia on their right flank, yeah. Okay, Espange here being backed up by Italy. Yeah, all these units here can form square. Well, there are 2 units here can form square. But that who can't form a square, but it does mean you charge them with enemy cavalry. There are 2 units either side of them that can form a square, and when they do form a square, you could narrow that gap. Cavalry can get caught on it and get broken. Russia's withdrawing. Austria doesn't want to engage. Okay, we got John Baptiste cavalry coming up. What are we planning to do here? Initially going after this Austrian unit. Grenadiers that can't form a square. The Austrians are not liking this at all. And they've got cover fire there from the house as well.
Our men are running.
Okay. Austrian cav tried to charge in to save him, but it wasn't enough. Chevaliers tried to help. They broke one of the French units, obviously. Now they decided to charge back in once the morale there dipped, but the Austrian unit here broke anyway, even with support from the house. It wasn't enough to motivate them to try and take the enemy off the field. They choked themselves. Alright, Russia has sensed weakness here, they're out for blood. Where's that cavalry going? There's not really too many places they can go. The red line is just over there. The United Kingdom sending over more reinforcements. So the battle for the red team is clear. They're going for the right flank. There can be more forces to it. These Austrian units here need to move forward. They've got to protect the Russian line. It's been beaten severely. .67 here. This is either very brave or very foolish. Okay, crews are obviously destroyed. Well done to the blue team there for destroying the Russian artillery. Taking a 12-pounder off the field is a great comfort. Russia's center is relatively healthy. It's the flanks that are killing them. These guys here on the verge of being wiped out. And they can't form square, so these guys here, they are gone. Let's say goodbye. Ulari charged in. Up against heavy cavalry. Yeah, Russia needs to get off a few volleys there. That'll spook the French cavalry. Potentially even break it. It's not enough. That's always a little bit funny. I bet you anything 90% of those bullets are going straight into the dirt. Well, since they're all firing, let's take a quick look-see, eh? Well, I saw some blood splatter. There he goes, he's down now. Russia did what Russia does best. Bayoneted the SOBs. French Dragoons iron up a charge. Well, these guys here are well covered. And nice arrowhead formation. This is one unit though. You know, 3 on one side, 2 on the other. That's not an arrow. They can all form square in an instant, so they don't have too much to fear from this French cavalry as long as this player is paying 100% attention to what he's doing over here. He can't be afforded to be engaging anywhere else right now. See, that's the thing. The trick with this game is to micro your army as best you can. If you master microing your forces, it's easy to repel surprise attacks from your opponent. Artillery was close. Looks like Denmark kind of outnumbers Braunschweig. So why wouldn't he press his advantage? He's going to knock out that artillery. These guys fire between 30 seconds to a minute after they fire, so that's how long he has to get in range. Get one volley off. It could take out a few of them. Or get a cavalry unit in place to charge in and take it out. And while the cavalry is engaging, he moves the whole force forward, so it can either bayonet their opponents or get in firing range. Get it up really close so they cannot really miss. Just try and take out the crew and the infantry guarding it. What forces does Denmark have over here? 3 infantry, 2 cavalry. Wonder when Denmark will commit. Russia's moving forward. Austria's got to go with him. Yeah, well done, Austria. He's moving up now. Okay. Kirasere. Well, the morale was looking good there for a second, but then they broke. Sorry, the French broke. These guys were on the verge of breaking. There they go. Okay, Russia's opting for a bayonet charge. Suffering light, 1/3 casualties. suppose you can call them mid-tier casualties. He's moving in column formation. Now I was told this in the open plains or the fields, unless you're walking up a road, doesn't really do anything. And so suppose you get his troops out of column formation and into their firing formation. Even now they're probably too stacked up, some of these units here. Now if I didn't know any better, I'd say this unit here is trying to use these guys as cover to move forward. I'm not too sure where France is thinking of falling back to. This is ground that France needs to take. He's literally giving up the ground he fought for up until this point. Jeez, look how far they've driven back from the house. Red team says, not our fault, pointed to there, mate. Your team ain't getting anywhere near it anymore. You got too close already, you're not getting that close ever again. Plus side, obviously, the reason that the blue team can fall back is that most of their units here can use the hills as cover from enemy artillery again. The Austria 5-pounders up here, they should have a good angle here on all the French forces in the lower part of the valley. England refuses to move on this hill. They won't go anywhere near it, it seems. Denmark ain't moving a step forward either. There's a small battle they're going over here, which is interesting. Six casualties there, 6 casualties here. We've got Grenadiers versus Line Infantry. Grenadiers should win that. Over time, anyway. It's a tight race. I think maybe there's 2 units here firing on this one. Which ain't working too well for them. Alright. No engagement there still. You know, Russia is really committing their forces on the right flank. They're running. Judging from how this attack is going, they're going to win this one over here. "47 left alive." She's got to keep up the pressure. Austria was sending in their cavalry, but seemingly pulled back at the last second. Oh, but these grenadiers can't form square. Austria sending up their cuirassier, almost a full unit. France has already formed square. Don't do it. Yeah, he did it. Well, 2 of these falling units here can form square. Red team's cavalry just letting them. Alright, we're back. We've got the missile cav firing in again. Been a little while since we've seen these guys. And 18 minutes, 51 seconds on the clock. Not bad shooters they are, it would seem.
Our men are running, sir.
Okay, England is finally engaging over here. Man, this is a long time coming. Don't think Denmark and Braunschweig have actually engaged yet. Nope. With the exception of their artillery crews, of course. England's gone in for a cav charge. 1 unit can form square, well, obviously one can't. But England can use this as a distraction, send up the infantry. So Denmark was thinking of sending over some reinforcements.
Our men are running, sir.
I think we got a bayonet charge. Damn, England just refused to fire. England's troops are breaking. France has them on the ropes. Friendly cav coming over to try to help them fold the red team's lines. England's got to stabilise this somehow. 54, so this house has been blown to bits. $16 minutes, 32 seconds. Okay, England and Russia here have the numerical advantage, and they've also got the comfort of having 5 English units over here as well, and some cav, plenty of cav standing by. He's got the muscle, he's got the speed, he just needs a proper target. Not a single one of them getting a scratch. Denmark has gone for a charge into Braunschweig cavalry. Got into their ranks. Well, it doesn't seem like Denmark's cavalry is much better. It's not coming anywhere close to better than the hussars here before us. They're shaken and winded, probably because they were running too much. Gotta be careful with that, especially when it comes to troops. Don't run your troops into battle. They'll be tired out and then exhausted, and they'll shoot at a very, very slow rate. It almost seem like they're lagging when they're not. That's how slow they can move. Okay, we've got the French, Italy troops and the Orient troops, but Italy's making a move here on England's left or England's right flank. Well, luckily for the red team stopped firing their artillery, so that's, you know, a bonus. France here did move forward, bayoneted and broke one single Austrian unit, I think. That's by itself over here. It's the crew. 13 out of 26 pounder crew. Someone should tell him you got that back. You'll need it. French cavalry going after the English soldiers. The bitter rivalry continues. Soldiers probably saying, "Don't mind us, we're just having a barbecue in the outhouse." I'm just going to call that an outhouse. I know what an outhouse really is. Okay, Denmark seems to have engaged Braunschweig across the river. They came to them. Firstly, of course, well done to Denmark for doing that. Couldn't have been easy. Obviously, it did not pay off for him whatsoever. Now, this is where Braunschweig has got to use their superior numbers. The entire right flank of Denmark has just collapsed. They've got 2 units here not doing too much whatsoever. Possibly even firing at the retreating troops or at the very edges of the enemy troops over there where we're looking right now. But there should be nothing stopping these 3 units even from moving forward, turning on a dime, either charging or firing directly into this mass blob of Denmark troops. I don't know why Denmark has chosen to clump himself up like this. This is a death sentence for any player's army. Makes it real easy to get kills fast. Alright, we have Campman. That's really what they call it, I thought. And he's got 2 units there. Just give me a second. Yeah, I've probably seen things. Because that says Avanti Guard Jaegers. I don't see any other unit there. One that broke recently. France is trying to control or challenge control of the hut, giving the red team the advantage in battle today. Red team's got to hold both. King Jem Leeson charging in. They're all probably saying to themselves, "No guts, no glory." And the French are saying, "I want to see plenty of guts." As the person in 1212 AD or Attila says. Alright, they're broken. They're done. Out. Gonskis. How fortunate that all the broken blue troops are heading in that direction away from the red line. Gives them more time to reform and come back. Looks like England's trying to get in that house and stop France from entering. We got 7 Russian units coming over here to try and hold the house. France is going to lose this unit if this fire is kept up. Yep, they're gone. Most crazy.
Sir, your general has been killed.
Oh no!
This is a black day.
Sim has just lost his general. Looks to have been a lucky shot. And another one, general stuff just got blown off his horse, so it's kind of easy to see how the general died after seeing that. Five minutes, 32 seconds. What is going on here? The red team already controls this house. Them firing through the windows like that, they can easily hit friendly troops. Oh, unfortunately for them, no one's there, but jeez, if there were. Russia sent up some units.
This building has
We're going for a mass. Oh, we're going to go for a mass bayonet charge or what? Yep, we're all going in. Ooh, is that good or is that bad? It says good. It says they only shot into Russian troops, sorry, into French troops.
glorious victory, sir. It's soon to be yours.
Well, that's what's important. 4 minutes, 12 seconds. It's like being lined up against the firing squad, isn't it? How can these soldiers see what's going on? It's nuts.
Our men are running, sir.
3 minutes, 30 seconds. And as it stands, we have 5 points to a potential 6 in favor of the blue team, I reckon. Red team lost the house. Now they got to take it back somehow. Russia's committing more units over here. He's got to break through with the French troops first.
Our men are running.
Austria sending the Chevaliers over. They broke one unit. Can they cripple the other two? So close, you can almost taste it. He's on the verge of breaking. See, that's just annoying, you know. It takes him to the precipice of destruction, and then he just comes back like nothing happened. Okay, according to that, no one owns the house. But it does appear the red team is contesting it. Blue team sending down more troops. Going to catch these Russians out of position. Ooh, they got after the general. They killed the enemy general. The France-Italy general was caught sleeping. Unlucky to secure Fara. 146. We've got troops falling back left, right, and center. Denmark has 1 minute to make a decision. Community's forces. I'm trying to destroy Braunschweig.
Running, sir.
Or stay where he is and watch the timer run out. Where he loses. Red team has recaptured that 1 pointer and it is 6 to a potential 5. So they should win block, but no matter what. 59 seconds left on the clock. What can they do? What can they do? Russia doesn't have too many units left. He's got a handful, at least. 35.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
Yes, we get it. They pull back. France entered the hut, but it looks like the red team's units can handle themselves. .78, but there's not enough time on the clock. We are out of time. And it is lock victory there for Jack of the Shadows on 989 kills. Cocky Cossack 1565, Disfolk 707, and Simwish 1325, bringing up second place there. We have Benoit 1192, Sicur Fara 884, Kissing 1468, and Rocker 4012 461. Okay, best performances were the Grenadiers on 243 and Grits Frenatre 186, Cursore or Crasse was 119, Chevaliers 109, and the rest of the units here did good to poor because usually General's not committed and doesn't really get any kills. He's mainly just there to boost from morale, make sure the army doesn't fall apart straight away, which is what you're risking every time you lose your General, either towards the beginning, midway through. It could spell disaster for you in the end. So, yeah, don't lose your General. Alright, so thank you to Simwish for sending me the replay. If you want to see your own replay feature video on this channel, guys, once again, you can send to my email at scoutsentertainment@gmail.com. You can send it to me directly on the Discord via direct message. You can join my Discord server, Scouts Reconnaissance, where you can post your battle replays into the battle replay sub-channel on my Discord, or you can tag me in any Napoleon Total War 3 replay you post on the NTW3 Discord as well. This is Micka on behalf of Scouts Entertainment signing off. Goodbye, my fellow Scouts. Catch you in the next Total War battle.